Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dirt with the Doll. This is episode number 5, and I'm very excited to announce my next guest. My next guest is all the way from the United Kingdom. I've been following her for a few years on social media, and I just am absolutely obsessed with her, so I had to get her on my show. She is Vicky Haskins, wrestling manager from the UK. How are you today? And welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm good. How are you doing?
I am amazing. I've been really looking forward to this and just finally connecting with you and seeing you face to
Finally,
face.
right?
I love it. I'm already so excited. So thank you so much for being here.
It's good to be here. I love it. You look so cute. I was just saying to you, like, before we recorded, but I have to say your outfits are amazing. Like, you have such a cool presence. It's unreal.
Thank you so much. I was going with schoolgirl vibes today, British schoolgirl vibes.
It's so cute.
I feel like my questions are a little bit screwed up here. I had to copy and paste, and I was like, okay, here we go. Sorry about that.
That's good.
All right. So I'm going to be learning with the audience today about you because I only know so much. So I want to dive in, find more about yourself and how you got into professional wrestling. What was your first taste of professional wrestling? Did you get involved with your husband, Mark Haskins, as a manager, or did you get involved and then that's how you met him?
So I've been a manager in the indie scene in the UK on and off because, like, obviously with Mark, we had kids and everything. But I started 20 years ago. So, but in like the real underground nitty gritty of like pro wrestling UK. And I was 16 and I started managing my then kind of boyfriend who also kind of trained me. I mean, anyone who's been in it for like more than 15 years and is a girl usually has the same story of like, so I was dating my trainer and we just kind of like, it's like, yeah, you look back at it now and you're like, oh God, I have to tell it, but it's the truth.
Yeah, I have a similar story.
Yeah, I love it. So like, yeah, that's how I kind of got into wrestling, was through him. And then it was just networking, getting to know people, managing a few other little people. And then I tried to train as a wrestler, but that was tragic. I love performing. I've been performing since I was 6 years old. I was a member of the Doll Vic, which is like a huge theatre in the UK here. And I was performing on stage. I was in theatre school. So like the whole character aspect to me came quite naturally. But wrestling itself, I fell in love with it when I was 12. And the reason why I fell in love with it was because it's going to sound really sad. But basically, I suffered from depression as a kid. And when you're a kid and you deal with something that's so in depth mentally, your body goes, I don't know how to deal with this. So usually it will put it into a physical symptom, and that's what happened to me. So I
like anxiety, kind of low.
It progressed. I ended up in a wheelchair for like 14, got anything between 15 months to 2.5 years, and it was on and off. And it was something called algodystrophy, which is basically the symptoms were I couldn't walk, I couldn't have anything touch my feet. It was like agony. My body was just obviously processing what my mind couldn't. So I was sat in the living room like a couch potato one day, just flicking through the channels, and I came across, I think it was like WWF Classics, and it was Junkyard Dog, and I can't even remember the match, but I remember like just being in awe, and I was like, he has a fucking chain, like that's amazing. I loved it. And
how old were you then?
I was like 12, like 11, 12. And I was like, okay, well, no one that I knew about wrestling, talked about wrestling. So this was so obscure to me. It was really out there, and I just fell in love with it. And I thought, okay, I want to watch more. And then I think I switched on to Raw, and it was like 99, 2000 times. So like it was like Stephanie and Triple H, the McMahon Helmsley era. And she walked out with him, and in my brain I went, that's what I want to do. that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And then from that moment, I was like, I need to be her. And I would find, magazines and try and find about the UK shows. I originally wanted to go over to America and go and train with Killer Kowalski. But, my parents were like, we don't know who that is. So no. So I just kind of found my way in the UK scene and just trained at different places in England. But then it's all about networking. It's all about who you know. But when my first entry into pro wrestling, this always really pisses off Mark because he trained for 3 years before his first match and he was, really trying to get somewhere. I went to a show in Wales, and this guy who was my trainer partner at the time, he was just kind of luring me into the business, going, this is what it's like. This is an example of a show that we do. And he was working Raven and CM Punk. And so he brings me backstage, and I mean, I'm going to be honest about what they said to me. Raven came up to me and went, "Do you like getting spanked?" And I went, "Oh, well, sure, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. What are you asking?" Yeah. He went, "Okay, I'm going to use you in the match. And in the end, I'm going to do the whole kind of like the 90s, 2000 thing and spank you. You'll be the manager." And I went, "I'm going to be a manager?" And I remember going, "Okay." So I didn't even get asked. I got told. I was like, "Okay, here's a t-shirt. You're managing tonight." Okay. And I remember Punk walking up to me and going, "How long have you been working?" I just looked at him mortified and I was like, about 24 minutes. And his face just goes, "Oh, fuck." And like, "I'm so sorry." But that was my introduction. It was like before training, before anything. It was just bam, show.
Wow. So you weren't even training before that?
No.
Yeah, they're like, "Pretty girl, let's use her."
A pretty 16-year-old girl, "Here, come to my show, be a wrestling manager." Sure. And now I've just never, ever grown out of it. I'm 37 now and I'm still doing it 20 years later. But yeah, that was my introduction to the wrestling.
How do you think you performed that match? Like, were you getting a pop from the audience? Did that make you want to come back?
Do you know what I did? I remembered all my bits. Like I like to look back because I'm always so pessimistic about myself. I go, "Oh, you could have done this better. You could have done that." But I'm really nitpicky about myself. Yeah. But I try and look back at the positives. I didn't miss a beat. I was on my mark. I mean, good. I was pulling the feet. I was interacting with the crowd. And so I think I like to think I did okay. Managing, I think I fell into it quite nicely. Wrestling, I mean, I wish I could wrestle like the girls in the UK do now. I mean, they're incredible. They're amazing, but I really don't. I really don't.
You were in theater growing up. Did you do any other sports, or because I know you're a fitness model now?
Yeah, like I'm hugely into fitness now. I can't live without the gym. I have to be physical all the time. And as a kid, I was just a couch potato. I used to sit and draw and read poetry and just have very limited amount of friends because I was the weird kid. But yeah, so I wasn't really, I tried football and then I got a football thrown at my face. And I think my dad saw it and just went, "Yeah, let's go home." And that was kind of like, yeah, you're not really into all the sports stuff. I was more theatrical and randomly did stuff like poetry reading and Bible reading and anything you can think of performance wise. I did dance, which was tragic because I was like a little...
Often dancing can translate over into wrestling.
You'd think that, right? I mean, I wasn't a great dancer, so like me saying I was in dancing, it was like going, but yeah, it does translate really, really well. I just unfortunately was shit at both.
Well, at least you still have a spot. You have a purpose. Like, and you rock it. That's why I, just see what you post online, and I love it. You own the stage, and I want to see you live. I need to come to England and see you guys live in
Yes,
action.
you do. You really fucking do. I want to see you do your thing as well. We need to get on some promoters' backs and say, come the fuck on.
Yes, I would love that. I would love to work with you.
Oh my god, yes. We'll book it. Fuck it. We'll book it. We'll make it happen. We'll manifest this stuff.
Oh yes, I'm good at that. How would you describe your in-ring character and her fashion style?
Ooh. Well, she is there are no airs and graces with her. She's a complete cunt when she wants to be.
So you guys are heel.
Yeah, I love playing heel. There is instances where I play face. It's weird. I find it doesn't sit right with me. I can do the happy clappy, come on.
There's just not as much freedom. Yeah.
No, I feel it really uncomfortable trying to get people to like me, because it's just so much easier to get people to hate you. Maybe I'm lazy. Maybe I need to put myself in that, take myself out of the comfort zone.
No,
but
baby face is easier, so I don't think that's being lazy.
Oh, okay.
It's easy to get people to cheer and smile and clap, and
that's true.
I be a good heel. Like when they're really mad at you, you're doing a good job.
I love that. I want to get to a stage where I'm promoting in the ring and they're throwing shit at me. Like,
absolutely.
I always say with the people that we work with, right? Like, I always say to people that we work with, like, there's no line with me. You can go as far as you want, because I'm going to go far, in retrospect to the audience, obviously. But yeah, I love being heel. I love her. And I always say to people, I don't know about you, but I need to kind of, like, for 2-3 minutes before I go out, I need to kind of center myself and switch that person on in my head. I always say to people, like, give me 5 minutes. I've got to turn on my cunt button, because it's like, go.
I love that. So is that kind of your ritual? You need to just have a moment and get in the groove?
Yeah, I need to get in that headspace. I mean, depending on what they want out of us, usually with us, there's shenanigans going on. So I've got to get myself in the right headspace. I don't know about you. Do you ever bring your kids to shows?
Yeah, we do. Sometimes. For the most part, I don't, just because they love being backstage. They love, when I first started taking my eldest, she wanted to come out with me. And I was like, no, honey, you can't. And that's when I stopped taking her, because she was like, I want to be out there.
Yeah, we have that with our daughter, Lily. Jack.
So yeah, it just kind of depends.
Yeah. Do you find, like, I don't know about you, but, like, if they're backstage, I have to be like, I feel like the worst mum in the world, because I have to go, okay, you've got to give me 5 minutes now, because I have to be a completely different person. And if I'm trying to be her and I see them, I go back into mum mode, and I go into
No, I'll be like,
I find that so difficult. So I have to do something to switch. I usually use stuff that's pissed me off, but then, that can get really dangerous if you start bottling that up and go, okay, cool, that's pissed me off. I put that in the jar, and you unleash it, and you go, okay, yeah, I went too far, which has happened.
Too much. So how do your kids like seeing you in cunt mode?
Oh God. Lily finds it hilarious. I can see her ability to kind of switch as well. So I'm thinking, oh God, what have I given you? But she can totally go into, like, a character and play it a certain way. So I think I've kind of accidentally influenced her on that, which I don't think is the best thing. But she loves it. She knows it's fun, but she's got a really dark sense of humor like me. So if I come out with a barbed wire bat, she's like, yeah, mummy, kill him. And I'm, God, no. She goes back to school on the Monday and goes, oh, my mummy did this at work this weekend. And, that can be really weird.
You're drawing a family photo. Mom has a barbed wire bat.
Yeah, I get a lot of space at the school run. It's really weird because you can kind of tell when people start to go, "Oh, you're a bit different. What do you do?" And then they Google you, or they do their research, and then the next day they're just really just going to give you a wide berth. But it's weird with wrestling. I don't think people can see past the character because we play that character all the time, and like actors who go from one to the other, it's you kind of harbor this person that you have to kind of unleash at shows. So there is that kind of worry that it's like, is she that person? Is she horrible? Is she gonna yell at me? But yeah, I did bring a barbed wire back to school accidentally once. That was quite fun.
You brought what?
I brought the barbed wire back to school once, and I didn't mean to. I just finished. I think we were work in progress at the time, and I just chucked it in the boot of the car. And obviously, the kids' stuff was in there for the next day. So when we were running late the next day, I opened the boot, and this dad was doing the same. He was behind me, and I just opened this boot, and he just looks in my boot going, looks here, just went off. It's like, who has a barbed wire bat? How do you ask about that? How do you justify it? So you just kind of go,
"We're children."
Yeah, it's like, "Hi, how are you? Good morning." Yeah, so it's fun.
Hilarious. Is there any managers or characters you looked up to?
Oh yeah,
and you kind of incorporated into your character?
Steph, 100%.
Yes.
It's Stephanie 2000. When she started getting the slut chants, when she started getting, even the whole thing between her and Jericho, the promos that The Rock would do on her, I just thought it was brilliant, and she was so good at winding everyone up. So yeah, Steph, 100%, 100% Steph.
What areas are you guys currently working? I know you've been doing a lot of, I think, Ireland you've been traveling to. Is that right?
We kind of, at the moment it's all shaken up again. So we were working with OTT in Ireland, and we are mainly working, I'm thinking what's coming up. We're working in Germany a lot for numerous promotions, but mainly for one called Unlimited, which is so much fun. It's really weird going over to like different countries and like seeing their crowds. That's the best thing for me, because it's just
they're all different but the same. Deep down they're the same, but it's different. Yeah.
It's you have to kind of, especially with doing promos and you're working with people who don't speak English.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's such a challenge, and you have to make them hate you. And that's when I was going, okay, what can we do? How can we work this without taking any of the spotlight away from the wrestling itself? So that's always been a challenge. We've been working in Spain as well. But we were mainly doing some teaching over there. So we were doing a lot of seminars, which is really cool because I haven't been asked to do seminars before. As a manager, you're used to taking a back seat. So doing seminars and teaching people not necessarily wrestling, but the psychology of wrestling and the psychology of acting and behavior and understanding your character and developing your character.
And being in the right spot and things like
positioning.
That.
So hot on positioning. That's a lot of fun. And there's a lot of hungry people out there now. That's really exciting. So you get to meet a lot of people who are who have just come into it for different reasons and different walks of life. And it's so refreshing to work with them. Mark's just returned to Rev Pro, so that's one to watch at the moment. That should be a lot of fun. So
where in the UK are you guys again? I know I'm not familiar with your.
So we are in a little town called Malvern, which is it's kind of, if you look at Birmingham, it's the south of Birmingham and then over to Wales a little bit.
Okay.
It's cute.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Birmingham. I'm staying in February.
How far?
So I'm going to be coming for the Love of Wrestling convention.
I'm coming to see you. That's it. I'm coming to see you.
I'm staying at my friends in Birmingham, so I definitely have to see you.
Oh my God, yeah, no, totally, we will. Yeah, we'll definitely sort something out. You say February, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
it's like mid-February. So how you kind of touched on this, but how do you add to the performance without taking away from the match itself? Because it's a fine line.
It's really difficult. You can get too excited and go too far, because during the shenanigans of, you know, being a heel manager, you can take the spotlight sometimes when, you know, and that's all about timing as well, which is why it's so important for managers to go through the matches with the wrestlers. So many managers I see go, oh yeah, I've got my bit, I'm just, you know, gonna fuck off this way, and it's like, no, you're missing the entire flow of everything. And you need to understand the flow. So I always describe it as, you know, when you drop like a rock into water, it creates a ripple. So your reactions on everything that happens in the match is that first ripple, and that then will go towards the audience. And if you've got an audience that are particularly frigid, and, you know, all the lights are on, it's in the middle of the day, and they're not drunk, and they don't want to be seen, and they're just kind of watching like this, it kind of gives them a little bit more of a confidence there within themselves and as a group to react more. So you're kind of building the audience and their safety within the whatever atmosphere you're in. But obviously, as a manager, you can get involved. There's so many different aspects of getting involved. You can, I mean, I've started like ring announcing, like announcing Mark to the ring, basically. I used to do ring announcing years ago, but I just thought, you know, fuck it, let's try something new. So there's pockets of when you can have the spotlights and use that, like me announcing Mark. It is a great way for me to get my shit in, but also pass it over to him as well. But yeah, I mean, having the kind of rapport that we do, we can go on the fly as well and feel it in there. So like, he will, you know, call things to me, and it will just be feeling in the heat of the moment, really what's needed. Obviously we always have a structure, but going into what's needed and feeling your audience, I think whilst having a good rapport with whoever you're managing, you'll be able to kind of talk without talking and know what's needed. So like, it's small interjections without taking it away.
Yeah. And sense. Has it only been Mark that you've been managing since you guys have been together? Or is there anyone else? I mean,
we managed, so before the pandemic, I started managing Mark in 2017. And then before the pandemic, so everything shut down 2020, I was in a group with Jimmy Havoc and me and Mark. We kind of were a threesome that would go around. So Jimmy was one that I worked with quite a lot. And Flash Morgan Webster, I don't know if you heard of him. He was one that him and Mark kind of teamed up a little bit as well. And at one point it was all four of us. But yeah, since being with Mark, it's always been my focus. Do you
find it's different managing someone that isn't your husband?
Yeah.
Like, you guys don't quite have the same chemistry?
It is. There's a lot of differences. So the chemistry definitely helps with managing Mark. And obviously we live together, we've got kids together, he's my best friend, I know him better than anyone. So it's like a chemistry that's so entwined that, you know,
you can just make things up on the fly, like, because you know.
Yeah, we know how each other work. Yeah. But working with other people made me realize how fucking fast Mark is. And I was like, oh shit, we can do this slowly. This is great. So that
fast, like my dad, like his kind of snappy moves.
Yeah, I mean, Mark idolized your dad. So, you know, there's so many times, you know, I come in and he's just got your dad's matches on all the time. He's over the moon that we're talking. He's like, oh, that's so cool. It's like a full circle. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he loved it. And he is so snappy, and he's so fast, and he's fast when he plans. He's fast when he warms up. Everything is just, he's got proper ADHD. The hyperactiveness is like at an all-time high. So he's like an excitable dog. So I'm not that fast. So he's planning and he's going through matches, or he's doing matches, and I've learned to mentally match his speed now, but
Yeah.
physically, no. No, I couldn't match him.
Uh,
But yeah, other people are a lot more chilled,
yeah.
which was
I
nice.
find with myself, like how I got involved in professional wrestling, I was dating the first guy that I ever managed. And then when we broke up, and trying to find that chemistry with someone has been really hard because I'm not actually dating them. And I find it, they don't care as much. They're not invested throughout the week. They're not, when you're like with the person or really close to them, you guys can collaborate ideas all week long. Like, oh, I have this idea for the weekend. Like, would this be
Yeah.
cool? Would that be cool? So I always say to my girlfriends who are dating the guy that they manage, because I have a few. I'm like, you're so lucky, because it's hard when you're not like actually a couple, like Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth. But
Yeah.
But
But I
and
think,
again, I'm figuring my way out too. It's been a journey for me, and just seeing what works for me and what I bring to the table, and kind of like you were talking about announcing. That's why I'm doing the podcast now. Like, this is a different outlet for me. I'm still involved in wrestling, but this is me, and I don't need to rely on another talent for this project. So
100%. And you've got such a presence as well. Like you have such a gravitational pull towards you. Like you have, I don't know what it is. But I think that's a good thing. I think if you can't label something, I think that's, stardust. But you have such a presence. So, and it comes through in video and in photos, which is amazing, because to get emotion and character over in photos is just so difficult.
yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
It's the truth, though.
Oh, you're so sweet. So I know you're quite the rum drinker, I believe.
I am. I've got whiskey today, though.
Oh,
I love both, for different
that's
reasons.
awesome. I like it too, but however, since I got the COVID vaccine, I get hives when I drink. I can't quite figure out what it is, but seems to be
No.
whiskey. Yeah, like if I have too much, I get hives all over my body. It's insane.
Oh,
But I still
you
like it. I'm like, I
have
don't
to
care, I'll
drink it
have one.
for me now.
You'll just have to drink it for me.
Oh no. I'm like allergic to like 30 different things. So like gin is one of them. So you can have can you have white wine?
Yes, that's my
Okay,
drink.
I can't drink white wine. So you can have my white wine and I'll have your whiskey. It's fine.
When you go over to Ireland, can you appreciate a pint of Guinness, or are you not a beer drinker?
No. So I've got a really pathetic stomach. So I can't have any beer or Guinness. So it really helps with fitness.
A gluten allergy? Yeah.
Yeah. Gluten, dairy, barley. Like the list is so pathetically long. It's a nightmare, but it has its advantages for fitness. You can kind of go, oh, I can't eat the cake, because I can't eat the cake. There's no other reason. I will be in pain. But yeah, I can't have beer. So I just whiskey, rum. That's kind of it, really. Maybe red wine occasionally, but I have to be really getting on it if I drink red wine.
Yeah. So you're an incredible artist. I just recently saw your latest painting that you did. Oh, I think that's it there. You have Young Blood. Is that a commission piece?
I can talk about it. He's just like
Yeah, he's just
there, but revealing them. Oh, he's been sat there for about a month, finished, and I found it so hard to just show everyone. I can go, oh, there it is. That's fine. But
yeah,
scary.
I mean, you're super talented. Was that a commission piece, or do you just paint it and then
no?
put it
This one is going to be up for sale. It wasn't a commission piece, but I have had people come to me say, I want a Young Blood piece. So I said, I will paint it. And then I just kind of put it out there and go, whoever wants it, go for it.
Are you a Young Blood fan?
Well, yeah, now I am. I think I am. But I only just found him at the Aussie concert. When I watched that,
Same,
I was blown
well, I knew
away.
a song before that, but he blew up after the Aussie changes.
Yeah. That was insane. I mean, I remember I had it on my phone and I went to the gym, and it was just I remember just sat there just watching it, just in awe. This is like a passing of the torch moment. So I started following them. I started following him from there. And then I just came across some photos of him. And this photo, came up in his feed, and I think it's just one of him at it's a festival from the summer. And I just thought I have to paint that. I have to paint that. I see a couple of photos where I get really inspired by, and then I find photos where I'm like, no, I have to like stop what I'm doing. That's my next project.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
So do you do anything else besides painting? Or is your go-to?
I mainly painting. I do doodling. Like I say doodling. I'm trying to kind of go from painting to tattooing.
Yeah.
But it's really fucking hard.
Have you tried?
Yeah, so I've done this one. I've done my Manson one. I'm doodling on myself. I've done like a lightning bolt on my hip. I've done my toes.
I have a lightning bolt. For my dad, I have a lightning bolt. Yeah, it's one of my newest ones. Well, it's here.
Oh, that's so cute.
See, when he first started in Stampede Wrestling, he had lightning bolts down his tights. So it was just something really simple and small that I did. Yeah.
That's really cute. I love that. That's adorable. Yeah, I love that. I love that if there's like meaning behind tattoos, but honestly, like there's a few meanings behind these. But I've mainly tattooed myself to practice because I hate fake skin. So I'm venturing with that at the moment, but yeah, my main thing is acrylic painting on canvas. But I might be starting jackets because I don't know, I've been having a feel for it because I thought,
you would hand paint it on the jacket. Oh, that would do so well. You could start your own Etsy store.
Right? I thought it'd just be so much fun because there's so many like great artists you can play around with, and you might be able to, I don't know, do handbags. I constantly have ideas going off in my head that are just like pinging. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then I think, right, okay, no, I actually have to
start somewhere. Yeah.
Not something now because I'm just going around in circles, like writing things down. But yeah,
so a lot of artists are artists in multiple different areas, like makeup. Do you think that your artist skills translate with your makeup skills?
Oh, I wish they did. I really wish they did. I think I'm awful at makeup. I've learned what to do, but I then get stuck and comfortable, and I think, okay, how can I venture out? But then I'm a nightmare because when I go to people who do my makeup for me, I hate it.
Yeah, because we've done it for years a certain way on our own eye shape, and I'm the same.
I have to do my own lashes. That's the only thing. I like doing my own lashes. I think that's my confidence in my lashes. But like, I mean, I've been looking today for like new primers, and I mean, I'm not a big foundation wearer. I like BB creams. I like it simple. I like contouring, but as far as knowing what I'm doing, I definitely wouldn't say I know what I'm doing, and I definitely wouldn't call it art, but I try.
I remember I ordered the same lipstick you were wearing just because I was like, what is this color? And you showed it to me, and it was from UK.
It's on Amazon.
But I ordered it because I was like,
it's not an amazing one that you can get like of Sephora or something like that. Yeah, it's Amazon.
Yeah. Do you have naturally curly hair?
Yeah, my hair's like
beautiful and full. I'm jealous.
I need to dye it so badly at the moment. It's like my roots are so bad. I want to go proper blonde, like you. Literally, I'm looking at you going, oh, that's what my hair's going to look like next week. But yeah, it's curly, but it's always been massive. So it's, even when I straighten it, it's goes bigger and bigger and bigger.
Gorgeous.
So I don't know. It needs treatment. I need to get some proper like hair masks in it at the moment, but that's what I'm doing next week. I'm dyeing my hair and making myself feel great. So,
well, you already look great, so can't get much better.
Love you.
What do you think young Vicky would be the most proud of that you have achieved today as an adult?
Oh, my kids, 100%. Because, oh God, I mean, I'm going to say my kids because they're just the best thing that's ever happened to me. But I think because they are different they are little weirdos, and they very much go to the beat of their own drum. They're not like, when you look at their class of schoolmates, they're not like anybody else, and they're really proud of that, and they're confident.
They're raised by two wrestlers, so
they're yeah, I mean, they weren't going to be normal, but yeah, they're very confident in who they are, and I feel I'm partly responsible of injecting that into them. And I think that, to me, because I was never a confident kid, so I'm really glad that they not only are themselves, but unapologetically themselves and confident with it, which is cool.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And like, I grew up really shy and I always had a low self-esteem as well. So do you think, kind of looking back at what you needed as a child, you've done that with your kids and that's made a difference?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think you kind of
Gave them what you needed as a child?
Yeah, you kind of go, okay, what was missing here? What did I need? And also what worked? Because like something, obviously, whether you have a great childhood or a bad childhood, you're going to find good and bad in both.
All kids are different. Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, you can definitely learn from other people's mistakes. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're little cuties. I've seen them on your Instagram. So
thank you.
They love wrestling.
Lily does. Lily likes wrestling. Jack, not interested in the slightest, which I feel really bad, because he's been on shows. He was on the road from 2 weeks old. We were selling merch and working at shows, straight out of the hospital, basically. Lily loves it. Lily's very much like Mark. So she's got that just go, go, go energy. And she just loves play fighting and, just being physical. Whereas Jack he's very much like I was as a kid. He wants to sit down and draw or plan something out. So he's just not really interested to it yet, but he is surprising me with things. Like he's now saying, oh, I want to go to the gym. So Mark's training with him every other day, pretty much. And there's loads of things that I didn't think he would be into, that he's suddenly like, oh, I'm interested in this. Talk to me about it. So I'm like, so you never know. I wouldn't be surprised if in 2 years' time he just goes, oh yeah, I want to come training now.
Yeah, so. For sure. Yeah. Once he gets bulked up in the gym.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's so sweet. He's a tiny little thing. He's like, look, mom. And I'm like, tiny little muscles. I'm like, yeah.
Go, buddy. Progress. Yeah, that's so cute. Are you a big fan of British music or British bands?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of old school rock and roll, as you know.
An Oasis fan?
I'm not a huge Oasis fan. I mean, I will listen to them, but to say I was like a huge Oasis fan would be wrong. I mean, I'm sure some of their songs are like coming on my Spotify and stuff. But like, I wouldn't say like I'm huge with that. I was more into, I mean, I've always feel that I've come late to the party with music, because I got into stuff like Motorhead when I was 12. And I was like, why couldn't I have been alive in like the 70s? Like I want to go and see them live when they're, when they're new and they're raw. And so yeah, it's mainly, I'm into so much different shit. It's so weird. Like I'll be into Motorhead, I'll be into Marilyn Manson, but then I love like 50s soul, and I love like Screaming Jay Hawkins, or I like Tom Waits. Like Mark always says I'm a 50-year-old man in my music, because I always go, what is this you're listening to? It's really new. And he was like, this is 10 years old. What are you talking about? But unless it's the artist that I like, new music,
I'm the same.
Yeah. Anything that's on the radio is just in one ear and out the other. I'm very much just like, my little bubble of Spotify is like my little happy place.
Yeah, and old music is new to me. Like, because back in the day, I wasn't downloading music. I didn't know how to burn CDs, so like I didn't really keep up. So now I'm like 2000s screamo or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is new to me. Like, no, this
I
is from
love that.
2000. Yeah.
Finding new music is such a gift. It's amazing. I love
I did
finding new
discover
bands.
Youngblood, and I did when I like went down the rabbit hole, like for a good
Yeah.
month. I just couldn't stop playing it. So
Really? Oh
mhm.
my God. I like his new single with Aerosmith. I think that's pretty incredible. Um, but I like all the old guys. Like I'm still listening to I mean, I've got my daughter into the Beatles and she thinks the Beatles are like now, which I think is the best thing ever. But like, yeah, like I'm into like Rolling Stones and, I think when I paint as well, I like to completely fall into that person and what they've done and what they've created. So, when I was painting Keith, I was just down a Rolling Stone rabbit hole. I mean, I was already kind of fans of them before, but it just kind of like you just appreciate them on a whole new different level. But I've always been a really, really big fan of Jeff Beck. Like Jeff Beck has always been like the best guitarist in the world. Like now, sadly, he's passed away, but he's still the best guitarist in the world. Dead, he still could beat people.
I don't know who he is. What band is he?
So he was what band? I've only known him as a solo artist,
Oh,
but
okay.
he was in a band in the 60s, 70s in the UK. But I've only known him as like a solo artist, and like he was working with he's done random songs with like Beth Hart and he's recently actually done I say recently in the last couple of years, did an album with Johnny Depp, which sounds like why is Jack Sparrow playing guitar? I was kind of apprehensive, but actually the album 18 that they did together was absolutely phenomenal and is now probably one of the best albums I've ever heard. And no matter what, that's my go-to. Because I think there's a lot of covers on there, but there's something for everybody on the album. It's just,
I'll have to have a listen.
Oh, it's so good.
I am a Johnny Depp fan because, of course, he's close with Marilyn Manson, so I'll give it a try.
Do you know what I found out? I was so in awe about this. So when I was at the merch stand, so I went to see Manson for the first time recently, which has been on like a bucket list for like 25 years. And so I was like, I have to get a merch t-shirt. And I was having a look at the merchandise and I saw there was a t-shirt and I eventually got it. It's obviously it's his upside down cross, but then it's got like a skeleton with his arms going into branches, which I was like, that's from one of my favorite poetry books, Fleur du Mal. I thought that's a bit weird. When I listen to someone's music, I'm not really like, when I go into being a fan, I listen to what they do. I don't kind of like search who the person is and like get really on a rabbit hole of who they are. But I found out that he did a whole like art exhibit in France based on Fleur du Mal in 2007. And I was like, this is really random. And he has the skeleton. It's originally drawn by, oh God, Felix Rumbrod. I don't know. I can't speak French. I'm tragic at it. But he's got the tattoo on his back of that exact thing. And I never knew it. And I thought,
I know. Yeah, I know the tattoo because I think he's had that a long time.
I never knew it. I was like, what? Where has this come from? This is so weird. It's like two of my worlds combining. And apparently Johnny Depp has it as well. So I thought, okay. So yeah, that was weird. Finding Johnny Depp can play guitar and he's actually fucking good at it as well. So Manson's got good taste. Well done, Mance.
Yeah, that's super cool. Okay, I gotta know if you're a Spice Girls fan. And if you are, which one would you be like the most like you?
So I have a picture of me at, I think 10 years old, like dressed as Emma, like doing this into the camera, like apps. I was a big Spice Girls fan. I think it was before rock and roll found me. But yeah, I can't remember for how long, but it was definitely whilst their movie was out because I remember watching their movie.
I love that movie.
I haven't watched it in years. I'm gonna have to really watch that again. But yeah, I was, and I totally wanted to be Baby. But I don't know. I think I wanted to be Baby, but I was nothing like any of them because I was such a tomboy.
Did you see them in concert?
No, I've never seen them in concert. I
Either.
can't remember I don't think I've seen. No, I didn't really start going to concerts until my first concert was like 14, and that was like a random rock band.
Yeah.
But no, I think, yeah, and I never really went to concerts when I was a kid. It was weird. Like I was into them. I got all their CDs, but
Yeah.
then I found Motorhead and Lemmy, and then they went
Spice
away.
Girls. No, I was actually into Marilyn Manson at the same time. I then got into Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls, but I was like, don't tell anyone.
What a combination! I love it. That's so good. But I can see that in you now. Like those two parts of your personality.
For sure. Yeah. And Ginger Spice was always my favorite, but I think that I'm a mix of like Ginger and Baby. Fashion-wise. Yeah.
I can see. I think I don't know who I'd be a mix of if I could mix them up. I mean, maybe a
little bit of sporty.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe a little bit of sporty, but then there's a little bit maybe of Mel B. What was she? What
Scary.
Was she? Scary Spice. Yeah, a little bit of Scary Spice in there, definitely.
I love it. Do you know how many tattoos you have?
Oh boy, not enough. I want more. I need more. I've actually doodled a tattoo that I'm going to try and do myself this week. It's just a skull.
One of my questions was if you designed any of your own tattoos. So clearly you have. Even tattoos.
I do. I mean, to say how many I have, I mean, would the sleeve be one or like multiple?
Multiple, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I have. It's weird. My sleeve has become like a weird manifest, but without realizing it. So, like, with the kids, I can't even see this picture of the kids on like a doorway. I then found that doorway on holiday, and I was like, that's really weird because that's exactly like my tattoo. Wow. And then I got this tattooed years ago, and I've slowly become to look like her, which I don't really understand why. That wasn't the plan at all. But now I'm thinking, okay, am I going to turn into this bitch here? But I do love the 1920s kind of gangster aesthetic. I think it's really cool. So I might just start wearing that kind of shit in the ring now and being like, yeah, I'm morphing into my tattoo. That's but so I don't know how many I've got. I've got loads. I've got loads of random ones, but then like the big piece is my sleeve. But I've got to get this one done because I hate, this is too bland. I can't
so this one's my covered one, and this one I only have some on the inner of the arm.
Oh,
I like one too, but I know once, like if I put one here, then I have to fill out the whole thing. So I'm like,
yeah, I can't do like right now. Empty spaces. I can't do empty spaces.
I hate the in between stage.
It's horrible. Yeah. What's the longest that you've sat for a tattoo?
I can only sit like 3.5 hours, 4 hours. Then it just starts getting like, yeah, no. I'm good.
I can like zone out. I've done 8 hours before. Oh, that was my longest. But weirdly, I found that it's fine until it's more people than me and the tattoo artist. Because I remember my kids came in as like this one was getting finished, and I was fine. It was like 7.5 hours in, and then they were like, "Oh, mummy's getting drawn on. Let's watch." And I suddenly clicked into mum mode, and they were really little at the time. So I was like, "Oh, be careful of that. Don't touch that. Sit down," you know. And then I was like, "Yeah, I can't do this anymore. It's too difficult."
8 is crazy. I just microneedled my face without numbing cream though, so I was like, "I'm strong. I can do this."
Fuck. See, I know nothing about that shit. How do you microneedle? Are they the rolly things with the spice?
It's a pen. It's like a gun with needles. And so I'm licensed to do it. And I was like, I'm going to do this, last week. And I was all set to do it. I set up and everything. And then I realized I had no numbing cream. So I was like, well, I'm just going to do it anyways. I'm like, I've been tattooed and I don't get numbing cream. So like, whatever. And you know what? It was fine. It was good.
Oh my God. Fair fucks to you. I got my eyebrows.
Under eye. That was too sore.
So no, I can imagine that. I can imagine that being really, really sore. I'd love to get something like that done, but
Oh, it's
Yeah.
lovely. See, hence the glow.
Yeah, your skin
I
always
love
looks
it.
amazing. It
Thank
looks
you.
so good. Like I'm
I recommend my
like,
Googling.
I need to get more on the skin kind. I need to like, I mean, I've just found it's gonna sound really weird, but Korean skincare where they use
That's what
snail
I'm
slime.
using too. Yeah. And everyone's complimenting my skin. I'm like, it's the Korean skincare.
Yes, Korean skincare is the way forward. I've got snail slime stuff, which I don't understand, but that's incredible. And I've got like those masks that go from cloudy to transparent, and they put all the collagen back into. Well, they say that's what they do,
Yeah.
but
It's the
Mark calls
Korean,
me-
what do they call it? Glass skin. So like, so you're like glowing, and I'm like, that's what I want. Give that all to me.
Yes, I need all the help that I can get.
Yeah.
I'm 37 now, and I'm feeling it. So I'm like, okay,
And it's cheap.
inject me.
It's
Do what you
cheaper
need.
than it's reasonably priced, so I love it.
100%.
So you are a beast in the gym. What is your schedule like? Like your fitness routine?
Well,
Like 5 days a week?
it was going a bit crazy in the summer. I was going twice a day. I love it. So if I've got the energy to do it, I will do it. But I was also doing it and running away from painting because I was like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to like figure out my schedule. So like at the moment, I'm going 4 to 5 times a week. I do a split of glutes, legs, back, shoulders. I don't do chest because I incorporate it into other workouts, but I don't focus on it.
Me neither.
I'm
losing my boobs and I'm very bony here, so I have to be careful because I get too.
Yeah, like I've got a really like I wish I could say it for all over, but my upper body has got low body fat, which is great, but it shows things really quickly. And I think it's like what you like about yourself. I don't like the pec look on myself. Some girls can look amazing with it, but for me, I don't like it. So I kind of just work on shoulders and back and posture. But yeah, I mean, I love the gym. I've just moved to this new gym as well. It's got everything, like everything you can imagine. And, you know, they've got a sauna as well. So I'm kind of incorporating that. I love it. I love the sauna. It's
so good for the skin too. When I come out, I'm like glowing and.
Yes, I've noticed that. I come out and I'm like, shit, I don't want to put any makeup on. I actually feel like I could do this. But yeah, I'm starting like hot and cold treatment soon as well, which is
like the cold therapy. I want to do that too. It's so good.
Yeah, it's meant to be amazing for you. Mark does it all the time.
Yeah,
but,
for pain and mental health.
It's incredible. But I hate the cold. Like I hate the cold. To turn on that cunt button, if you wanted to do it out of nowhere, make me cold. And I hate it. Yeah, when we were working in Germany, we were working
come here for winter.
Oh, I can't do winter. I fucking hate it. I'd literally have my heating on all the time. I would live in the sauna if I could. I'm meant to be like a lizard on a rock, but I'm not. I'm in England and it's all damp and drizzly and horrible here. So.
Yes.
I need to move to like the Caribbean or something.
More trips to Spain.
Oh yes, more trips to Spain.
Yeah, because that's easy for you, right? It's like a 1-hour flight.
Yeah, it's like 1.5, maybe 2 hours at most, depending on where you're going. So it's really easy to get there.
Do you have any pet peeves that drive you absolutely mad?
Spitting.
Your husband. Spitting.
Spitting. I don't know why I can deal with anything. Like I always say, you know, or when we're working with people, you know, anything, names, anything, you know, always okay everything with me just in case. But like I was working with Trent Seven recently and he was like suggested something for the match. He was like, oh, I spit this on Vic. And Mark just went, no, don't. You will see red. I don't know why. I just absolutely hate it.
It's pretty gross, especially when there's sound effects with it, like just someone randomly walking on the street. Yeah.
It's vile. And I've seen matches with Mark and Sammy Callahan, and they're just beating the shit out of each other and spitting on each other. And I'm just like, why, boys? I'm so glad. I mean, I'd love to work with Sammy.
Like a pasty white too. Oh.
I'm like, no. So I can't do spitting. I can't do spitting.
That's fair.
And lack of manners as well. They're my two.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Probably come across that a lot in professional wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Lack of manners.
Yeah. Lack of manners is when I turn into mum mode and go, no. Yeah. Be nice. Please.
Do you have any quirky traits about you? Of course you do, but
I think I am a quirky trait. I don't think yeah. I don't think there's anything about me that I feel is normal. I know that sounds really weird, but it's I think I am a quirky trait. Like yeah, I'm just a bit weird. Like I've always found this with you know, whether it be at school, whether it be in wrestling, whether it be, you know, talking to other mums, talking to people at the gym, you're always like, you're just a little bit weird, aren't you? You fit in, but not quite. So it's almost like I bring a quirky trait to life itself. So
that's the artist in you.
Let's blame it on that. Yeah.
Okay, so I like to do like a little this or that. So just say which one you would prefer or which one's more you. Just for fun, just random little questions. So curled up quiet with a book in the corner or front row at a rock show rocking out?
Oh. Okay. What book and what rock show?
I don't know. Let's say they're your favorites. Favorite book, favorite concert.
Okay, so I have to go rock show with this because you can sit down with a book at any point, but missing out on a gig is just tragic. You can't do that. Yes. So rock show, definitely.
Okay. Performing in front of 20 loud fans or 2,000 quiet ones?
Oh, 20 loud ones.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah. It's horrible when they're quiet and you're like, oh, no.
Absolute worst.
I failed. Yeah, that's not fun. 20 loud ones.
I never let the size of the crowd deter me because I'm like, if they're allowed 20, we're good. Like, we'll have a good show.
Exactly.
Trainers or high heels? I'm using proper English words. Trainers. We actually call them runners.
Runners.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Runners. I'm partial to a cowboy boot, so I'm gonna go more. That's more heels, and I'm gonna go more heels.
Cute. Definitely. Do you own a lot of them?
Yes, far too many. Some I can't even walk in, so they're just sitting down shoes.
Okay, I think we already covered this one. Oh no, sorry, I was wrong. Home show or touring?
Oh, touring. Yeah, love touring. I love escaping and just meeting new people. I love the aspect of touring, of literally like plane rides, airports, everything. Just people watching is so much fun. And when you're touring as well, I mean, sometimes you will literally just see airport, venue, hotel, and that's it.
I still have a blast doing that.
But yeah, it's like, the thing is, I'm blessed because I'm always going to be touring with Mark. So it is just going on the road with your best mate. So I'm guaranteed to have a good time, whether we're going somewhere that's like in the middle of fuck shit nowhere or somewhere like Vegas that's like everything's happening. We're always guaranteed to have a good time.
Yeah, that is awesome. Fish and chips or a Sunday roast?
Oh, Sunday roast.
Football or rugby?
Oh, I'm not a big fan of either, but I'll go rugby because it's more barbaric.
That is it for my this or that. So I have a couple of fan questions, and I think we might have answered one of them. It was what is your favorite band?
Oh God. That's so hard.
I know. It depends on like, I don't know, your mood or my likes change so much. Like I was into Youngblood 2 months ago. Now I don't know. Right now I'm sure what I want to listen to. I need new music right now.
Oh, listen to Jeff Beck. Should we go Jeff Beck? Oh no, but it's so difficult because I think the three people, bands, whatever, that have really kind of spoken to me and kind of anchored into me as a result of who I am, whether that be as part of my like how I act, like what I'm into, or just my view on the world or how I feel about it. It will be Manson 100%, Motorhead, so Lemmy, and Jeff Beck. They're my three. I can't choose between those three. That would just be wrong. But yeah, those three.
Have you been to the Rainbow Room in LA?
No, I so bad. We were meant to go. So like when COVID hit, me and Mark were in Vegas for a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. And as we landed, the shows got cancelled. So it was really weird. We had like Vegas as just a, oh, I've just found that my camera is just about to turn off. Hang on 2 secs.
Oh, we're almost done here.
So yeah, we landed in Vegas and everything just kind of shut down, and it was just like nothing. What was the question again? I was so confused by my camera switching off there.
I asked if you've been to the Rainbow Room where Lemmy spent a lot of it.
So Vegas, our plan was we were going to Fear and Loathing from Vegas to California and basically just take a lot of fun things, and then end up in the Rainbow Room. But COVID stopped me, so fuck COVID. I would love to go to the Rainbow Room.
Yeah, I just went this summer. It was awesome.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Super cool. Okay, how do you feel you've improved as ringside talent?
I think I've got a lot more belief in myself. I think I've overcome a hell of a lot of anxiety in performing within wrestling. I found there was a point where I was finding it really difficult just to perform within wrestling, not perform in general, but wrestling was a big, there was a lot of things that I needed to get over from my past to kind of become the person I am today. So I think that mental hurdle of believing in yourself and understanding why you didn't in the first place, overcoming that whole ordeal, that's basically the main thing that I think I've perfected.
Do you think that comes with age? Because I can totally relate to that. And you were saying before how you nitpick every little thing you do wrong. And I did that too before, where it was like, why am I even doing this if I'm just like beating myself up all the time after the match? And so I really had to get over that. But it came with, believing in myself and knowing what I brought and what I added to the show. And so now I'm at such a better place. And I think that does have a lot to do with like my age. Just
100%. Yeah. And I think, but with the age comes perspective of, different perspectives on you and why you're, what you need to work on, not necessarily from a physical standpoint of like bettering yourself as your job. That will come from just keep on doing it. But figuring out what you need to do to be a better person, to help others in the business as well. So it's like, I'm not just performing for me, I'm a representation of Mark. So I have to overcome whatever was going on in my head, anxiety wise. I had to perfect that and be a better person for him as well as myself, because we are a team and we are, a unit when we're performing. So that's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a favorite storyline that you have been a part of? Was there ever a time that you were kind of like a pawn or you were stolen from Mark or anything like that?
I mean, there have been a lot of pictures of that.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to do those really dark storylines of like, of being kidnapped. We haven't done it yet. I mean, I really enjoyed working with Jimmy Havoc, and that was how I kind of came into being Mark's manager. They were having they were in a death match, Ali Pally in Progress, and I kind of came down to the ring and I took the chair off Mark, and everyone was like, boo, this woman's coming in to just like, everyone calm down kind of attitude. And then I threw the chair out and I handed him the baseball bat, covered in barbed wire. And that was the moment that like people saw my sadistic side. And that was a real, like, you know, when you have moments in the ring that you just feel in your gut and you're like, oh, that landed.
Yeah.
Okay, that was cool. Like that was one of those moments. So like working with Jimmy and working with Bully Ray in Ring of Honor as well, that was so much fun. That was a match that was just so weird and so bizarre, but like, yeah, I think that the way that whole played out, he was like, I was ringside and he was luring me and like, I'm going to beat up your husband. What are you going to do about it? And then when we worked, what was really cool from kind of like a backstage kind of aspect of it is it was again another death match or, you know, a match of that kind. I think it was just labeled a street fight, but you know, they're all the fucking same. And I was backstage, there was this board of barbed wire and it was huge and it was just kind of, it was made and placed in plain sight with, you know, right by the door. So everybody who was working that day had to walk past the barbed wire board of some sort. And everybody commented going, oh, fuck, I don't want to go through that. And then I had done a few Ring of Honor shows with him. And this was kind of really like, this was again, an introduction to me. And the first thing I do is Bully Ray basically hits me with this barbed wire board and I just out, you know, and everyone was like, shit, you took the board. Like the manager took the board. It was a nice little like pat on the back. Okay. Yeah. You can come into this dressing room now. That was a really nice moment kind of for me to kind of feel a little bit accepted in a new locker room. That was pretty cool.
I love that. Did you actually draw blood from that?
I did. So like, it was nothing, but we were told before this match, because I wouldn't have minded of like blading or anything like that on that match because it was a big deal. It was a pay-per-view. It was their anniversary show. It was a main event Ring of Honor show. So we were like, okay, like all guns blazing, let's go. I don't mind. But they were like, you're not allowed to swear and you're not allowed to bleed.
You broke both those rules.
Oh, shit. Okay. But I mean, it was so funny because I was like, okay, so I spoke to the medics beforehand and, you know, they were there and they obviously have to check you for, because when you work in the States, I don't know if you've had to do this, I'm sure you have. They obviously had to do like blood work and everything, make sure you're okay to work. So in Baltimore, they're really, really tight on this. And they, you know, had to get blood work done, sign everything off. And then before the match, which was Maine, I pulled the two guys aside and went, right, this is what's going to happen. Obviously, I'm not allowed to bleed. So do you have anything for me that I can hide the blood with? Because I'm going to get taken back and then I'm coming back out later. And they went, oh, yeah, sure. And they came back with like 2 Band-Aids that were about that big. I went, and they just like, here you go, and gave it to me. And I was like, I don't know how the fuck this is going to work. And then they left before the match went on. So even if anything did happen, I was like, okay, blue roll, toilet paper, what the fuck are we going to use? So that was hilarious. But yeah, I bled like minimal, but I tried to stop.
Still didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. Well, Mark did.
Fined. What is it, a fine? You're fired?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah. So luckily Ring of Honor, bless their heart, they sorted everything out because I think they understood. But and they were really happy with the match as well, which was obviously really important. But yeah, Mark bled from his finger, which got, you know, obviously it's going to get everywhere. But that is a cut that's probably about that big, and it cost them 10 grand.
Oh, wow.
But I was like, the match was great. We had fun. It's fine.
Yeah. Pro wrestling, guys.
It's not ballet.
Do you have any upcoming events you would like to plug? Where can people find you?
So upcoming events, you're going to want to have your eyes peeled on Revolution Pro. That's all I'm going to say about that. But keep your eyes on my Instagram, which is Vic Haskins Official, and you will be able to get all of the info of art prints to appearances there.
Possibly jackets coming soon.
Possibly
I would
jackets.
so buy one. Oh my God. You got
Oh
to
my
do my
God,
dad.
yes. Oh, I have
Yes.
to do this. I'm so going to go shopping now for jackets and just get the,
That's a great idea.
it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Most definitely.
Thank you so much for joining me today. This has been so fun. I'm so happy to finally connect with you, and I cannot wait to see you February in England somewhere. If it's Birmingham or Manchester, everyone,
We
please
definitely have to meet
remember.
up.
Yeah, please remember to subscribe, like, and subscribe to X Brand Wrestling on YouTube for all my upcoming episodes. Again, thank you, and follow Vic Haskins on Instagram for everything cool and exciting that her and Mark are doing. Till next time, I'm the Dynamite Doll. See you.